Hi folks, and welcome to the third installment in our series where we're looking at the Vlingo virtual assistant on Android and the Siri assistant on the iPhone 4S. Today we're going to be taking a look at two things in some detail. First, how both assistants handle opening third-party apps, and second, social networking. Some pretty popular and common activities on smartphones these days. So let's start with opening third-party apps. I'll choose one of my favorites here to start. Open Spotify. So as you'll see, Vlingo has already opened my Spotify app on my Samsung phone, whereas Siri has come back and said, ever so sorry, I'm not allowed to do that. I think that's pretty indicative of the difference between Vlingo and Siri in that Vlingo sees the world as open. We want to connect you to the services and content that you care about, whereas Apple prefers a somewhat more limited, tightly curated experience. Let's take a look at a couple others here. Open Pandora. So again, both heard correctly. In this case, Siri fetches a stock price for Pandora Media. I'm not a shareholder, so not particularly interested. I'm looking for one of my stations, which you can see Vlingo has opened for me. Lovely tune, but we have bigger things to do today, so let's move on to the third example here, YouTube. Open YouTube. You can see that Vlingo's assistant has opened the front page of YouTube, whereas Siri is telling us I'd like to, but I'm not allowed to. Sorry about that. Again, I think illustrative that Apple competes with a lot of these services and as such will never integrate closely with them. Another area Vlingo gives you a big advantage over Siri is in social networking. Update status. I really love the holidays. So Siri comes back immediately and says it can't help me out with tweets, whereas Vlingo populates my status update, transcribed correctly here, and with the opportunity to publish to Facebook, Twitter, or Foursquare. Of course, you can toggle on and off choices by tapping the icons. So let's try a couple others here to see if it's more preferable to Siri. Update my Facebook status. Also not something that Siri can help with. Check in with Foursquare. Siri's not quite sure what Foursquare means. So as you can see here, from the perspective of an individual, Vlingo is really a far more social app.